Hey, welcome to the stream, Bullhammer. How are you doing? Hopefully this evening is going fine for you.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Alright. Yeah, I had to rewatch the intro a bit because that was all I managed to do yesterday before my internet went down. Yeah, let's pick up where we left off, which is right at the beginning. I'm gonna treat you to another bit of a cutscene here. Hope you enjoy. Oh, but before that, I'm just gonna check whether my audio is going through okay. So, pardon me if you hear an echo. Testing, testing. Alright, great. Developed by Warhorse Studios. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV. Now, with his son Wenceslas idle on the Bohemian throne, was falling into disarray. The king's inactivity angered many of the nobility, as well as his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary, who decided to take drastic steps to something.
God bless.
Same to you.
Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother! Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Alright. So yes, we play as Henry over here, young Henry, son of the blacksmith with the goofy face. Now, over here at the start of the game, we decide on some key stats through dialogue. And hello and welcome to the chat, or welcome to the stream rather. Favorite faction. Thank you for stopping by. Hope your evening's going alright.
fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
So, by means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you will select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. The first thing I'm gonna go with is agility. So,
I went dancing
Dancing?
with Bianca.
Ah, that's why you're tired. But you'll still have to work today. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
suspicious looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently kind of perfectly describes me. I'm the sort of person who would show up to town with a sword. But yes, I think last night I chose vitality.
I was with Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about you.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal. You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Not much else but to be a good son.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere as usual.
Matthew and Fritz aren't drunkards.
I never said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Kuttenberg.
Of course he wasn't.
You don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
All right, I will.
You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief-making so much.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Oh, I actually have to choose to end the dialogue here. Alright, very nice. Breakfast on the table. Good old diet of cheese. Pick it up. To eat food, pick it up. In the inventory, in the tab food, select what you want to eat, and then eat it by holding E. Oh, might as well just grab all the cheese we can get. Lord knows what's gonna happen. Oh, hey, right, pot. Must be a pretty nice soup order. It's quite thick. What is a crouch button? See? Yeah, there it is. Oh boy, let's not look at this first. Right, quest markers, A and B. Is there anything else I can pick up? The chest perhaps. Nails for 3, sir. Yeah, I'm just gonna take all of them. Probably gonna need them. So, save your schnapps. This is what we used to save. Although I'm not sure whether if mod that I installed is working. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Fantastic. I guess I can be a little bit more bold in my escapades later on. Can I pick up the scythe? I cannot. Unfortunately, it's not Mordhau. Oh, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Okay, all good. Probably. Look at all that. The tools of the trade. Grindstone.
Come here, I need your help.
Can I play this? I cannot, but I suppose I use that to upgrade my gear later.
I said I need help.
Oh hey, subtitles. Alright.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me calling?
Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make of them. You can simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. But other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothes. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. See trade and haggling. In special cases, you can try any other skill, for example, horsemanship. It's not only the matter of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristics. You have to really read what you're going to say. Next page. The different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compare it with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well, or if you're skilled at reading people, learned the perk empathetic. So there's a little icon for your money and the amount of money you have to pay. It's not just about stats though. The outcome is influenced by other factors. For example, your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding, and etc. If you can't outdo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first, and then he will be easier to persuade. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he will be easier to scare. Yeah, that makes sense, but I'm not sure how I feel about poisoning a merchant you're trying to persuade. Alright.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy? When are you going to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Seems like a blacksmith's work is never done. Quest log and map. So buy a bag of charcoal in the market, collect the debt from Kunesh, pick up the crossguard at the castle, and buy ale from the tavern. Oh, that's neat. I like how they did a fog of war, so to speak. Everything's a little bit obscured by the clouds, which I'm sure will reveal soon. Or maybe not so soon, this map is huge. Yes, indeed, an engraved crossguard. We'll get to see how it looks like later. Let's see that the yellow bar down there is my stamina. All things considered, I think Henry's got some pretty good stamina.
Well, and now I see you, I hope it will go even better. Are you here to buy?
Indeed I am, or I'll have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
Which king do you mean, Master Tobias?
Good health
The one
to you, Henry.
sitting in some godforsaken dungeon, or the one who holds the key to the dungeon?
These are strange times, strange and ill-omened. But since I serve our liege lord Sir Radzig, I think you know the answer.
True, but where will Sir Radzig take the silver? Hardly to Kuttenberg. Now its citizens bend their knees to Sigismund.
Fortunately, that's not my problem. Perhaps Sir Radzig is keeping it at the castle until this old unhappy story reaches its end.
I only hope Sigismund doesn't get an appetite for our silver too.
That makes two of us. But back to business. I'll need 3 wagon loads.
I see your people are working hard. You'll have it tomorrow. Can we go and drink to the deal?
With pleasure, good man.
You know, Tobias over here kind of looks a little bit like an older Jeremy Renner. Like older Hawkeye. Anyways,
How
such
are
a
you?
happy
If it's
day.
charcoal you want, talk to my hired hound. I've no time now.
Yeah, well, oh, okay then. Charcoal burner's helper.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir. In shops, you first have to put your purchases, E, into your basket, and then either confirm to purchase, X, or try to haggle. The amount you have to pay is always shown at the top of the screen. Alright, let's trade.
Take care.
I do not have money for charcoal, right?
Linen fabric.
Alright, let's go
Hey,
find
Pip, do you want to learn something?
No.
Kunesh.
Thanks.
Oh, this is an ale house here. Probably across. Can I jump over the fence? Yes, I can. Very nice. Oh, what's happening here?
You can't be serious, Dutch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you,
So
Matthew.
such lords as
What's going on here?
Rosenberg,
Deutsch is
even
spelling
the
shit.
Austrian dukes Albrecht,
What?
and win
Just
against
listen and you'll
our
hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the Empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm not sticking my hand in
Ow.
dung for that.
Are you with us?
I absolutely will not.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, hell. How could you possibly chance like this?
Because I do not want to stick my hands into places where they do not belong. Anyways, what the hell is Kanesh? I am very wary of chickens in games these days. Especially since like Skyrim decides to count assault against your poultry as, well, assault. So there's Taylor. Oh, there you are.
God be with you, Kanesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Oh, I mean, see, if he's threatening me with an axe when he's clearly owing me some coin, it's cruising for a bruising.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Sure.
Unarmed combat. Left click, hook, strong, slow, a hand strike to the head. Right click, jab, direct hand blow to the face. F to kick. Tab to lock onto opponent, switch next opponent. Left shift to unlock the lock. Q to block. Okay. Let's see, opponent. This indicator shows roughly how much health your opponent has left. the more wounded he is, the slower he'll attack and react. When the end is near, he may either try to flee or surrender. Your wounds, icons that notify where you're wounded and if you're bleeding. Stamina. If an opponent's strike hits your armor or you block it, it'll cost you stamina. When your stamina is completely depleted, you won't be able to defend yourself and will be wounded. Attacking will also deplete your stamina, especially when wielding a heavy weapon. Health. If you cover yourself badly with your armor is weak, strikes will wound you. Heavy wounds will lead to bleeding, and bleeding will lead to death. The more your health is depleted, the lower your maximum stamina. Okay, now let's beat this drunken. Oh, don't save here.
Oh! Damn!
Porra, hierro!
Ha! Had enough?
Missed.
Take that!
Alright.
Sod it!
Alright, it seems like kicks don't work that well. Let's see whether I can time my blocks well enough. Nope, never mind.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Right. Try to get the axe, hammer, and nails back in another way. Oh, okay. See what if this dude has anything worth looting anyway. Anything here? I swear to God, if he comes through that door with an axe, I'm gonna be real mad. Well, I'm just gonna eat his food. Yeah, fuck this dude. Anything here? Oh, this dude is poor. What the hell did you get yourself into, Kanish? Let's take a look at the journal here. Oh wow, there's even a whole quest log. Written in first person. Yeah, it seems like really sold everything just to buy booze. Get your shit together, man. Stop it. Get some help. Really does look like there's absolutely nothing to even sell here. Actually, can I reach over? Yeah, it doesn't seem like as much or anything at all. Okay. No, can't even equip that little axe as a weapon. Horse. I'm not about to go steal a horse. This is the traders. Anything with this pile of wood? Nope, nothing but lumber. I'll watch myself. Another axe. Cool. Alright, debt collected. Horsies, hope you get the right one. Eventually, yeah. That much I recall. Alright, first I need to hit the trader. Is he a trader? That's the shop guard, yeah.
Greetings, Henry.
Greetings. Cabbages. Right.
God save, what can I do for you?
That is a very surprisingly young voice for an old face. Alright, that's trade.
God be with you.
Other items. I believe I have... Wait, no, I'm buying something. Alright, sell. Other? The axe and hammer. And nails as well. Am I supposed to take these back, or am I supposed to sell them? Can I open a quest journal here? No, I cannot. Oh, might as well read it here while I'm... Hey, Shadowblade, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I hope your evening's going alright. Alright, an unexpected visit. We finally got some fine spring weather, but still I slept late in the morning because I was out celebrating until late in the evening. It was a bit hard getting out of bed in the morning. In the end, the bright sunlight woke me, with little help from my parents. I went to help Father in the forge, as I'd promised him the day before. First, he wanted me to run some errands for him. I decided I wouldn't let my friends drag me into another of their madcap schemes. They can get into quite enough trouble without my help. I couldn't get any coin out of Kunesh, but I did get some things from him I can sell to cover his debt. Oh, I see. Chillin'? Maxin', relaxin', all cool. I see. I opened Kunesh's trunk and found the hammer and nails he hadn't paid for, as well as a few other things. I also took back the axe he got from Father. I could get enough money to cover the costs by selling everything. It wasn't easy getting any money out of Kunesh, but in the end he gave me something, if not entirely willingly. You gonna lurk? Alright. Yeah, you should definitely go get some food, it's pretty late. I started getting some training in sword fighting from a mercenary who turned up in Skalitz recently. Father and Mother mustn't find out. For some reason, they don't want me to learn to defend myself. I got a bit of a cut in yesterday's lesson though. We're supposed to meet by the alehouse again today. I have to go to the market and buy some charcoal for Father for the forge, so we can finish the sword for Sir Radzik. Gathering dusk, hello there, General Kenobi. You are a bold one. Finally, an errand I can finally enjoy. Oh, finally an errand I can actually enjoy. The crossguard for the sword I've been helping Father make has arrived from Sassa, and I've got to go to the castle and pick it up. It goes without saying that I also have to bring ale for Father. I've been doing that since I was big enough to carry the pitcher. Fresh and cool, as always, to quench the heat of the forge. But I'll have to get that last, so that it doesn't get warm. Alright. Okay, I guess I'll sell the shit I took back. Okay. That was pretty weird. Let's trade. Quest items, others, sell. Canesh's axe. Add that, add that, add that. Check the basket. See whether I can haggle a little bit. Oh, okay, I guess not. Four coins. Groschen. Groschen, groschen, groschen. That's lots of dosh in this big bad world. Aha, aha. All the things I could buy. Alright. Well, I truly do not know whether if like 4 coins covers the price of an axe, a hammer, and nails, but I'll have to do since that was part of the quest. How much did charcoal cost me anyway?
See you later.
Charcoal is wood burnt in kilns by pyrolysis. Pyrolysis without influx of air. It is primarily words. I swear I can speak properly. It is used primarily in forges and smelting works, and to a lesser extent in alchemy for its filtration properties. Yep, charcoal filters, all the rage. Okay, it didn't cost too much. How much charcoal did I actually need to buy? Oh my god. $10.
Good luck then.
Okay, press. Try to haggle a little bit.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
Haggling works both ways, whether you want to buy cheap or sell dear. You select the amount you want to pay or get with W and S and confirm with E. The trader will then respond to your offer. If the answer is a refusal, he or she will make a counteroffer and will wait for your response. A poem just now was like a medieval version of money, money, money. I wonder what it actually is. I never actually actually don't really know the lyrics to that song. Okay, if the slider can't be moved in one direction or the other, it means either you or the trader does not have enough money. Dragging out the haggling with one offer after another will gradually try the trader's patience, and eventually they'll drop the haggling completely. You can see how close you're getting to that point from the trader icon below the bar. The more gold there is in the background, the closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. Every unsuccessful bout of haggling lowers your reputation with the trader. Alright. Oh, this shit costs 4. Let's try 3.5.
Since it's you.
You won't convince me with that.
Yeah, a little bit closer to 4. Let's let's try 4.
I'm finished. This is going nowhere.
Well, that didn't work. Yeah, let me try that again.
Good luck then.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
Alright, they don't penalize me for failing the first time. Now let's just try it directly before.
Is this enough?
It'll take more than that to persuade me. I'm finished. This is going nowhere.
Okay, maybe not. Let's see if I can scrounge out like one more coin from somewhere. Probably have to loot about Kanesh's house for something else. Woe is me that I've scrounged just for one coin. Anything back here? It's even a bench, but that's not what I need to do. I'm supposed to kind of sell off this candle holder, no, can I? No, what if I botched it? Actually, I could try selling cheese. I did pick up like 2 wedges of cheese from home earlier.
May the Lord watch over you. God be with you.
Let's see. Yep, I can definitely sell that cheese. Let's check basket. Let's see if I can haggle for a bit of a high price.
Can we do something about the price?
Why not?
Let's try 2.5.
Since it's you.
A nice sum. Just lower your demands a little and we'll agree.
Okay. Alright.
That's a sum I can live with.
A whole 0.1. Alright, at least I got the money for charcoal now. Oh, but shit, I'll need some to buy some ale later. So I can sell a second wedge of cheese for that.
Let's talk about the price.
Why not?
Alright, that's not gouge him in the price this time.
What about this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Almost. Let's try 4.8.
All right, so.
Okay. Very nice. Combat Master Vanyek. Yeah, let me just lug around this bag of charcoal.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Alright, let's go.
Yes. Alright, I wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
I really like the sound design that it did. Like, can't you hear this like armor pieces rattling around? And that really does sound like sheets of metal bumping against each other. I suppose this is what a medieval mercenary will wear in the early 15th century. Go gambeson there? Or is that brigandine? By looks of it, a brigandine over a gambeson with some leather gloves and cuisses. Oh, not bad, not bad. I'd say this guy's pretty well off. Oh, sheep. Oh, I kind of noticed that stain on my HUD there. Cute. Alright.
So, can we get started?
Yes, we can.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Okay. Alright, slash.
Good. All right. All right. All right. Nice. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Stab is 8th thrust. Okay, stab, weak attack. Weak attacks tend to be faster and more precise at the cost of force. Stabs can be aimed at the face, the upper zone, or the body, any other zone.
Very good. All right.
Points for stance though. Okay, the thumb group has gotta go in.
Nice. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Not bad. Nice. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Very true words indeed. Now, how nice of him to just teach like this peasant sword fighting for no charge at all. What's the button combo for Zonhao? I believe in this game, the master strokes are performed as a preemptive to your opponent's attacks. So you don't launch a Zonhao that's right off the bat, but rather once you have that cursor on the top sector, you have to hit Q or block button right as the opponent starts his attack. So I think later on when there's actual combat going on, when you start swinging swords at you for real, you'll have a green shield icon appear on the screen, and that's when you can perform a parry.
Damask, scarlet to please the ladies in your eyes. Just come right up.
So if you manage to do it before the green shield icon appears, you perform a master strike. Bailiff. Bailiff, smack his nuts.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
A pre-pog champ at the Meister House under the game. Indeed.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too.
I'll be with you, Henry.
Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
Oh, look how excited he gets.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Oh. Anyways, yes. Save your snaps is how you save the game. However, I installed a mod to just allow me to save whenever I want. Because last time I played this game, it was unforgiving. I do not wish to bore you with like repeated backtracking whenever I accidentally die or intentionally die and set me back an hour's worth. Right, now up to the castle I go to collect that engraved crossguard. Oh shit, I should have gotten an ale last. Oh well. Alright, uphill I go. Mr. Chamberlain, I require your presence. There's two formless cards. Yaroslav and Yannick. I'm supposed to talk to either one of them.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
Oh, they actually know Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Crossguard for the new sword. I wonder what I can just view in my inventory. Quest items. Oh, no, I can't actually view it. A fine crossguard was engraved in Sassa. Wait, hold up. The forge is just right here next to the castle. I actually do want to ask this question. What did you do in Kuttenberg?
What did you actually do in Kuttenberg?
Oh, all sorts. You had to be able to put your hand to anything if you wanted to make a living. But I was never far from iron.
I'd like to see Kuttenberg sometime.
I'll take you there one day, never fear. It's a beautiful city. But in the end, you'll learn the best places here by the Sasau. We've kind nobles, fertile land, and plenty of everything.
And do you know Sir Radzig well?
We've known each other long enough. About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Alright, let's take a look at the sword.
Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad.
Oh.
That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Some fine work indeed.
By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, and not your fists.
Thinking gestures.
The furnace is ready. Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
He's even got a beard for it. I mean, that makes me wonder whether if anyone's ever slipped their hand off the grip and touched the hot metal.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Oh, that slips in nicely.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Oh, pommels are never screwed on. That's like a modern invention. Though, I think the only inaccuracy, possibly, don't quote me on this though, is that the tang of the sword, which is that little spiky bit at the end, right there, should have gone through the pommel and then pinned on, rather than just hammering the pommel onto the...
That will do. Go and get those damn nails.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
Right.
She's fine. Why do you
Yeah,
ask?
that is pretty weird way to pin a pommel. I don't think it even protruded pommel at all.
Maybe we'll see each other there.
Is it even
Anyway,
pin, or is it one of those like...
I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
How is it one of those like wow.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Medieval ass got a peasant acting unwise. Oh yes, this sword will
did
kill.
a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
I love triangle. Ass physics confirmed.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sylvaen?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Dad's got secrets.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
Whoa.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened? Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
And what about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Brings an entire army upon a village. Well, I suppose he has a castle and all, but still.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah!
Get through the gate!
Minecraft village raid with shaders.
by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
That's rough, buddy. If I were him, I would have spun around and stabbed at you. But then again, I'm built different. Oh, right. Yeah, now I gotta get out of here. Get a horse. I should probably save before something else happens. Horse, 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 horse.
Pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Apicsába, mi ez? Nyírjátok!
That didn't work. What? The village Lalagu has no chance of defeating the fearsome Cumans. Better run to save your skin. Oh wow. I see how it's gonna be. DEFCON 1? Hold up, I didn't even die that time. It just like straight up game over me when I tried to fight them. Hey, surprise! Ah yes, this time. This time the loading screen did me in. Yeah, the first time that wasn't death. Okay, was I not supposed to grab that horse? Uh oh. Everything's dark. Oh, okay, I guess the game's gonna be like that then. Hi, surprise. Goodbye. Oh, come on. Ouch. Hey. Thank you for the subscribe, Excel. And welcome to the stream, Mona. 2-on-1 is not fair. Actually, it was 3-on-1, but who's counting, right? What I want to know, though, is what the actual button is to mount the horse. It certainly does seem like they straight up will not let me fight any of the humans. I could probably imagine like how frustrating that might be because I actually know how to fight with sword. Hey.
Még sajnálni fogod, hogy megjelentél itt, te szaros!
Ow, what the fuck? Okay, he's just gonna clip me through the horse then. Oh, come on. Oop. Actually, let me just take a look at what the key is to mount a horse. Yeah, I really have no idea what's going on with the UI over here. Why the hell is everything so dark? Hi.
Még sajnálni fogod, hogy megjelentél itt, te szaros!
Okay, X to mount. Okay, you can call your horse at any time by whistling, and then mount it. Movement is WASD, trot is horse basic pace, caps lock L, walk gives your horse a chance to recover. W with left shift, canter ideally combines faster pace with the horse's endurance. W with left shift and left shift again, gallop is the fastest gait, but it will soon deplete your horse's stamina. Following a path. Holding left shift, your horse is smarter than some people and will stick to the path you're on if you give him his head. Just begin cantering and don't steer him. Okay. Alright. Look at these dudes. Oh, I'm bleeding. Can I open my inventory? I cannot use that right now, can I? Right. Hopefully I don't bleed up by the time I reach there. That went right through his tie. Rovna's on fire.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Oh shit. They're a lot closer than I thought they were. I used to be an adventurer like you, until I took an arrow to the knee. Oh, wow. Peasant made it out without being trampled over by horses. Let's see, my bleed meter is like maybe a quarter of the way. Oh, holy shit.
Go! They'll kill you all! Run for it! There! Yeah! Hey! To Talmberg!
I gotta go fast.
Yeah!
Knock the other people over. They will, maybe they will stop to finish them off and buy us time.
Yeah!
I see, that would be a good suggestion. However, I do not wish to kill innocent peasants. So I think my horse is not doing too good. Or maybe not. If you knock over 100 of them, you unlock nitrous oxide for a horse.
Oh my god! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Who's in there?
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Interesting accents for people in medieval Europe. Indeed, but I suppose they have to make it understandable for a global audience. They tried at least with peasants in Skalitz. In digging Robard's cuirass, it's got that grip. Indeed it does. That little chevron he has on his cuirass actually has a function. It's meant to stop weapons from slipping up the cuirass and stabbing him in the throat. What were they supposed to sound like? Hungarians? Austrians? German mostly, I suppose. Or Czech, rather. They didn't mention it was Czech, I believe. Whoever Bohemia covers. Probably not distinctly American, yeah. I suppose if they hired some like AAA, some A-list voice actor, they probably want him to just speak as he normally does.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father.
Something.
They say he was a
My
swordsman.
insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
I hear you came from
I
Skalitz
can't
today.
understand why
It
you
must have
waited.
been terrible there.
He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
What the hell did I lose my reputation from? This dude?
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear. Aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Dude just said sleep on some hay. Oh, to be fair, Henry is just a peasant. The fact that even like lodging him in the castle at all is probably a huge generosity for them. Oh wow, I cannot see anything. Lentil mash. I'm just gonna stuff that into my pocket. Lentil mash is a staple of countryside cuisine. Yeah, let me just shove that in my face. Roast duck. I don't suppose I can just like eat everything on the table, can I? Sounds kind of good, not gonna lie. Just take it all. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there.
It was a fine sunny day until Sigismund came with his army. I saw him sitting there with his red beard and proud posture as he gave the signal to attack.
Oh, no.
I ran to the castle for shelter with the others. Behind me I could hear the shouts of the attackers and the screams of the wounded. Then I turned and saw father trying to save mother. They were both killed. The gate was closed by then. The men on the battlements were calling to me to run and warn you here. And with God's help I made it.
My God, that's horrible. You were lucky to survive. And our thanks for warning us. I'll pray that you see better times.
You're gonna miss your date if you don't get back to Skalitz. And somehow I have a very strong feeling that Bianca isn't alive anymore, man. Hold on, am I still bleeding out? No, I'm not. Although I am incredibly hungry. Oh, there's even little stats over here. On the bottom right of the screen over there. Oh, I think I might actually just be sleepy.
Damn, I'm tired.
Stuff my face with all that. Ooh, wine. Henry's on the verge of falling asleep over here. Is this the lodge? Yes, it is. Yep, let me just close that door. And sit down. Alright, let me just see whether if I can remove my boots as he said. Alright, time to sleep. How long do I want to sleep? Get a full 8 hours rest, although that would mean I wake up at 3 in the morning. It's one of those days where you just want to sleep for like 12 hours, you know? Although this is a 24-hour clock. Amazing. Oh, what's going on?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
Ah yes, the fairy wine river.
Thank
Care for an egg in these trying times.
I really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep
Egg is
either.
egg.
I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you.
Clears would be very proud of that
Thank you kindly.
statement there.
You're welcome. Now,
Wonder whether if
Henry.
you have Chongyi.
I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world. Although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time.
Empathy in
And
the
it
Middle
can
Ages.
help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
How kind of her to poke her head in here. Oh, seems like Henry has disappeared. Hey, it's free therapy. Yeah, why not, right?
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunesh still wouldn't cough up a
Man,
coin.
disassociated
was
so
too
hard he
generous for his own
disappeared
good,
from the physical plane.
letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
I've been secretly learning sword fighting.
I'd been secretly learning sword fighting and hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. Sigismund's cavalry was composed of Cumans. They're diabolical barbarians from the east, with no regard for the rules of warfare, bloodthirsty cutthroats. The very fact Sigismund has them with him shows what a tyrant he is.
Well, I don't know.
And then death descended on
Yeah, that was kind of racist of you, Henry.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped.
I need a horse.
I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
It is what it is.
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do.
Robert? Bart?
We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years.
Ultramarine Primarch rebuilt
But
Guilliman.
it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true.
Henry putting on the moves.
But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Yeah, Robert with power armor and a power sword would just be unstoppable. Send him in against Sigismund's army. We'll take him on. What are you doing, step lady? Henry, you absolute madman.
Move it, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Man's got PTSD at such a young age.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Maybe I should wash the blood off my clothes though. Torch? Yeah, I'll take the torch. Also, put my shoes back on. Okay, pick up. No, I
Could do
can't
with
pick
a
up.
bite to eat.
Oh, that's locked. That's my sword. Let me equip the torch. Over here? Can I drag it? Alright, maybe not. What's that? Oh, it's just edge of the tank. Equip. There you go.
Hiding sort of mob of foreign mercenaries. They don't know what's going on, do they? We're gonna hide out somewhere until it blows over.
Can't buy this ring.
All we have to do is
Treating it like it's more power.
solid and they'll happily tell them
Damn, bro, chill. Bet you got any time to recover from the arrow wound. Not even a crush to walk with.
Not that I'm spoiling for a fight, but if I have to choose,
Yeah, at the very least, at least let me like tape clank to my leg or something.
solid wall. Yeah. True enough.
Peasant warfare is really something, huh? We wish I could just use a rake.
Castle, though, it can handle a siege.
The best thing would be to join forces with Scarlet and wipe Sigismund's bastard face of the earth.
That's probably why they attacked so quick, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
Aye, you might be right. I'm sure Sigismund ain't no fool. Backstabbing swine, maybe. But no fool.
You're right there.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. It's a dark time.
Punished Divish.
Move out!
It's a Radzig, Lord of Banter.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people, now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements, my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. God be with you.
You know, I just noticed, Henry looks a whole lot like James McAvoy. Yeah, it does, doesn't he? anything? Oh. Really wanted to grab that, He doesn't. He kind of does, doesn't he? At least I think it does. Either that or my facial recognition skills are awful. Oh, okay, I shouldn't be here.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. I can just skip time. Stay out in the open. What time? How long should I be staying watch on? 3 hours?
Everyone to the daily document. Quickly, we have Sylvaen.
What the heck? Gotta go, man.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
I can complain about that later. Oh, hey, it stopped raining. Oh no.
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna hit them like scallops.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army.
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Aggressive negotiations, indeed. We did indeed send the negotiator. Oh, anyways, that I think is a perfect time to end the stream. Nice little setup for the rest of the campaign here. Pretty good timing, I would say.
I'm not surprised. Betty was always good with her hands.
You're right there. Anyway, I showed a couple of pieces she made last.
Anyways, on the next next time I play this, maybe tomorrow actually, we'll be completing these quests, which is to bury your loved ones at Skalitz. Let's see. I can read the quest log here. A run. The hometown was attacked by foreign soldiers, and many people slaughtered. I couldn't get inside the castle before they closed the gates, so they sent me to Talmberg to warn the people there, in case they faced a similar fate. As I fled, I caught sight of 3 of Sigismund's soldiers, about to violate the miller's daughter, Theresa. I couldn't just let it be, and though they were stronger, somehow I've managed to rescue her. I managed to get a hold of a horse to ride to Talmberg as quick as possible and warn them there. I succeeded in the end, although it almost cost me my life. Those foreign mercenaries of Sigismund are skilled at archery on horseback, pursued me, and I took an arrow in the leg. It's a wonder I didn't bleed to death. I told Sir Divish about the terrible fate of Skalitz. After a briefing with his captain, Sir Robard, he decided it would be futile to go to Sir Radzig's aid, and instead they would prepare Talmberg Castle, in case Sigismund should descend upon them too. And then he told his captain to take charge of me. Sir Robard told me to eat first. I only realized how hungry I was when he started talking about food. In the kitchen, Captain Robard introduced me to the lady of the castle, Lady Stephanie, and the cook, Bajena, who served me some food. They also offered me a place to sleep in the bedchamber of the lodge in the courtyard. Bojena is a great cook, and a full stomach has raised my spirits a little, even though I can't stop thinking about my parents. I went to bed, wishing with all my heart that everything that happened might have been no more than a bad dream, that I would wake at home to father hammering on his anvil and mother humming while she cooked, that everything would be like it was before. I was nearly asleep when Lady Stephanie came to see me. I was surprised to say the least, but she only wanted to see if I was alright and to ask about what happened. So I told her all about it, and she then told me about how Sir Divish had been taken captive a few years ago, and she had to try and buy his freedom. When Lady Stephanie left, I finally fell asleep. I didn't sleep very well though. I was troubled by bad dreams, and then Captain Robard came in the middle of the night and woke me to tell me there was some procession coming to Talmberg, and I had to go to the battlements immediately. Everyone in the castle was on the battlements, anticipating the worst, Sigismund's army. But to everyone's astonishment, it turned out to be Sir Radzig and all the remaining survivors from Skalitz. What was even more surprising is that they escaped the siege without a fight. Sir Radzig gave me orders, and then he and the Skalitz folk carried on to Rattay. Sir Robard ordered me to help keep watch on the battlements. Captain Robard didn't want to leave anything to chance, so he posted extra guards on the battlements, and I had to join them too. On the advice of one of the soldiers, I had a bit of a snooze. But then another alarm was sounded. When I got to the battlements, my blood turned cold. Sigismund's army was standing within sight of the castle. Everyone fell silent as a grave when they saw the huge numbers of the enemy. Fortunately, Sir Divish has a way with words. He persuaded the negotiator that attacking Talmberg would be pointless. The moment Sigismund gave the order to depart, the whole of Talmberg shouted with joy. But I had only one thing on my mind. I should go back to Skalitz and bury my parents. The threat of the attack is gone, and I have to get back to Skalitz. It is my duty to bury my parents. Only how can I do it? My lord forbids me to leave Talmberg. I should talk to Captain Robard. Maybe he'll help me get out of the castle. I should take my horse. Skalitz is a long way from here. Alright. Well, we'll be doing that on the next stream, where we head on to Skalitz to bury Henry's dead parents. That reminds me though, I did level up like earlier, so time to put some stats somewhere. Perk points. Let's see. Does increasing my main level do anything? Ah, okay. At one point to put in somewhere here. What the hell is this? Knight Rider. Your stamina will regenerate 20% at night, but 10% slower in the day. Manly order. When dirty, you have 50% more charisma when talking to women. However, people will smell you a mile off, reducing your skill, the stealth skill, by 30%. Somehow, I really don't think that smelling like a dung heap will actually increase your charisma. Ascetic. You last 30% longer without food, but as soon as you get hungry, the effects will be 20% worse. Yeah, I'm not about to take that risk. Scout 1 increases the sight distance of fast travel. So you notice events on the way sooner, and your chances of evading owls increase by 10%. Interesting. A wanderer. You grew up in impoverished conditions, so comfort of beds is inverted to you. The worse the bed, the better the sleep. I was gonna suck a lot when into the city. That Giga Chat odor. Truly. I have 1 point in strength, so I can put it somewhere. Gravedigger. Carrying dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina, and they will burden you only half as much. Oh, holding dead bodies around without a stamina drain sounds pretty useful. Stronghold. Blocking an opponent's strike with your shield will cost you 30% less stamina. Now the question is whether I'm gonna use a shield at all. Probably not. But I'm gonna save that for some other time. Agility. Yeah, probably gonna save that perk point for somewhere else. As for the perk point for main level, I think Scout would be pretty useful. So I'm gonna learn that. Yep. First aid 1 enables you to learn use bandages. Clinch Master. That will definitely come in handy sooner or later. Stamina regeneration will not slow down in combat, even on the weapon backswing. Oh, I want that. Level 6 though. Your attacks cost greater damage, but cost you 10% more stamina. Applies only to weapons that require strength to wield. 10% greater chance of knocking out an opponent with a blow to the head. Oh, that I need. Can carry 15 pounds more. And deplete an opponent's health and stamina by bumping to him at sprint. The fact is increased if your armor is heavier than his. I probably should have gone for a strength build now, haven't I? Well, applies only to weapons that are based on agility. Falling costs you 30% less damage. Perfect throw. You have better chance of throwing winning dice. Taunt. A successful evasion during combat will lower your opponent's morale. Oh, I can probably take a look at all of these whenever I actually have the points for them. But on that note, thank you all for coming by to the stream. I hope to see you all again sometime. Probably tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. So that'll be about 20 hours from now. Yeah. Let's take a look here. Yep. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for the great stream. Well, thank you for watching. Six stream, peace out. See ya, and good night. Alright. Thank you, Favorite Faction, for sticking around as well. Hope for watching my stream. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night. And unlike Henry, I hope you all have pleasant dreams as well. I'll see you all again the next time. Bye bye.